Hey there, welcome to Old Man Runner. In today's video, I'm going to review this, the Nike ZoomX Streakfly. First, I'm going to show you a video of me running around in them. Then I'm going to put them on the turntable to review their specifications. Then I'm going to review them. And finally, I'm going to see if I can recommend them. I bought this shoe because I've been looking at shoes for running shorter races. I previously got the Adidas Takumi Sen 8 and I've been testing it in 5K Parkruns, and I'm going to do more of these. And I thought, yeah, get this for comparison. I made a short video of me running around the promenade in Sandyman Strand in Dublin. Let's go for a run and see the shoes in action. I hope you enjoyed my run along Sandyman Strand in the early morning. Let's put the shoes on the turntable and have a look at their specifications. This shoe is a US 13, EU 47.5, UK 12, CM 31, BR 46. In this size it weighs in the left shoe 211 grams or 7.45 ounces, and in the right shoe 218 grams or 7.65 ounces. It has a 32mm stack height and a 6mm drop. Nike say this about the Streakfly. Our lightest racing shoe, the Nike ZoomX Streakfly, is all about the speed you need to take on the competition in a mile, 5K or 10K race. Low profile with sleek details, it feels like it disappears on your foot to help you better connect with the road on the way to your personal best. A full-length ZoomX midsole provides the ultimate lightweight responsiveness. The foam stack heights are lower than the Vaporfly, saving weight and giving you a more aggressive feel. It results in a shoe so light it disappears on your foot while still giving you the responsive protection of ZoomX foam, helping you reach your fastest pace throughout the turns and accelerations of any race. Let's review the shoe and see if what Nike says is true. If we stick on the light of truth and stick it in, you'll see just how breathable the shoe is. I mean, you can see right through it pretty much everywhere, almost including the heel. But it's very lightweight, it's very breathable. It's an upper that I really like. I tried to show in the video of me on Sandyman Strand, walking into the shoe, you can see the patterns on my on socks. on low sock. And you can see once I put the shoe on that you can see right through to the patterns on the shoe. What I liked about, and also one of the things I was trying to show stepping in, is that the sort of tongue pops up at 90 degrees, which makes the opening much wider and easier to get on. A lot of times a racing shoe is hard to get on. There's also a little way of tucking down this piece at the heel, and it makes it a very easy shoe to get in. There's almost nothing to it. There's a little bit of reinforcement in the forefoot. The laces are really thin and go diagonally across, kind of similar to the Vaporfly. The heel has a little bit of padding in the back, but there's really not a lot to this shoe. Less is more, I guess. The tongue is stitched. It's stitched sort of and possibly glued sort of halfway to this point, and that's why it allows it to pop up like that. A much easier shoe to get on say, the Alphafly. There's really not a lot going on in the base of the shoe. It's all pretty much ZoomX. There's no foot pods and there's no foot plate. There's a thin outsole, very similar to any other Nike performance shoes, just a very thin layer and a low stack height. At 211 grams or 17.45 ounces, this is the second lightest shoe I have by a fraction, and the Atreyu base model beats it ever so slightly. It's a really lightweight shoe because that's what they're trying to do. They've pared down the amount of foam, they've pared down the upper, everything is designed to be as light as possible. I love the aesthetic of the shoe, I mean, I really do. Interestingly enough, this is for geeks, I suppose, the Nike logo goes the opposite way to what it does on the Vaporfly and on the Alphafly, where it goes the other way around. I kind of like that. There's also the swoosh on this side. The finery of the weave, it's really nice just to look at. It really is, I think, a lovely shoe, and I love the trim detail around here. There's a checkered flag in here, which is kind of interesting. A sort of, I guess, what people call an Easter egg. Yeah, I love this. I love the look of the shoe. This is the only colorway it's presently available in, if it is available. I saw a UK size 14 was all that was available this morning. It's a white, flash crimson, hyper violet and black. Not just violet, hyper violet. I mentioned a checker flag. I really like the look of it. I'd seen some earlier ones just in white, but I think this is a very nice aesthetic in the shoe. The running feel is kind of what I expected. There's a soft foam, little structure, and there's not a lot of ZoomX. There's a bit, you're low to the ground and you can feel the ground. And based on my recent experiences, I wouldn't go above 10K. I mean, Nike have designed it for 5 to 10K running, and I wouldn't go above that. There's a minimal grip. I wouldn't run in the wet, but the low stack height means it does turn corners better than the Alphafly. And I think Nike allude to that in their promotional materials. But yeah, a 10K shoe max only. The shoe costs €149.99. It is $160 or £134.95 sterling or 230 Australian dollars. Now, I also got 25% off because it was my birthday and Nike sent me a code. Interestingly enough, when you compare it with other shoes at full list, the Metaspeed Edge is €250 and the Takumi Sen 8, which is a reasonable comparator, is €200, and Adidas don't offer discounts on certain shoes, whereas Nike do on this shoe. Oddly enough, it's €50 cheaper in the EU and on the Takumi Sen 8, and in the US it's $20 cheaper. So there's a significant price advantage in the EU if you can get the shoe. But for what it offers, yeah, it's a comparatively inexpensive shoe. I say comparatively. The most obvious shoe to compare it with for me is the Takumi Sen 8, the Adidas Takumi Sen 8, a shoe I've enjoyed running in, targeted the same kind of distances, though Adidas do say this goes up to half marathon. This is a shoe I've enjoyed running with and set some reasonably fast times for me, and so I think that's a reasonable comparison. The other one, of course, is the Alphafly. This shoe is, I suppose in some senses, it's like the Vaporfly in terms of its overall upper construction. This has a booty, but in terms of the lower, it's kind of like they took the Alphafly and took out these foot pods and took out the carbon plate and just had the top layer. This is a 39mm stack down to 35 at the forefoot, 4mm drop, and the Streakfly is 32mm down to 26. So at its highest point, it's lower than the lowest point in this. And of course, you take out the foot pods and you take out the plate, not an awful lot less. This is a fast running shoe which befits minimal ground contact time. If you're spending a long time on the ground, it's probably not the one for you. Should you buy this shoe? Well, if you race 5 to 10 kilometers, yeah, you should consider it. I personally prefer the Adidas Takumi Sen 8. I find it a bit more rigid, but I won't know the exact performance comparator until I do some gut busters in the park, my 1 kilometer time trials, and some 5 kilometer park run races, which I have lined up. The shoe is definitely cheaper than a lot of the ones it's compared to, and in that sense, it's an interesting shoe to consider. Whether it's definitively faster, I don't know. It's definitely definitively cheaper, and it's no wonder they sell so fast. Catch them if you can. I hope you enjoyed the video and find it useful. If you did, it'd be great if you'd hit the like button. As always, there'll be lots of stuff down in the descriptions below, and I'll happily answer any questions that you put into the comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there, and some rated videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.